butter bun.
What's good, everybody? It's another episode of What Do You Talk? It's your boy Joe. I'm here with my guy Mike. Mike, introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are.
How's everybody doing? I'm Joe's buddy, his token white boy. Ready to drop some gems for everybody.
And the reason he's here today is because I felt like he had a lot of insight on a few of the topics that we're going to have throughout the episode. And as you currently hearing him saying at the beginning, he was talking about the best bun, and he was trying to say that Popeyes has the best chicken or food. I deny that, and I go with Zaxby's because I'm a real nigga. And I like my chicken seasoned properly, and I don't like it, to taste very good for an odd reason.
I just like a crispy pickle.
What the fuck does the pickle have to do with the chicken?
They just blended well together. It just tasted good.
So you had the chicken sandwich from Popeyes?
We had the chicken sandwich. We went and we got the chicken sandwich, and then there was a riot because we luckily got the last two because some kid that was working there decided to slang chicken sandwiches in the bathroom. And then when they came to find out, swear to God, they come to find out, the manager comes up and realizes that there's no chicken sandwiches, and my snitch of a wife decided to rat the kid out and tell the manager that he was slanging chicken sandwiches.
Was she planning on selling her chicken sandwiches as well?
She was not. She got the hell out of there, and I told her I'm glad she did.
That's not a nice thing to do. If you were planning on selling them yourself, then I can applaud you because you're cutting out the competition. Cool. But no, please don't just rudely, stop someone's hustle. That man was probably, trying to feed some kids. Or he just wanted to make some bread. Selling chicken sandwiches.
He was 17 apparently, and he was selling chicken sandwiches out of the bathroom, and there was probably about 20 other people in there who were very disgruntled.
Why?
Because they didn't get their chicken sandwiches.
Was it because he was selling them, or because they didn't come to him?
Yeah, he sold, I guess, a bunch. He went in the bathroom, according to her, at least 6 or 7 times with chicken sandwiches in hand.
Big homie, if you the manager, I hope you were the manager. I don't think you were because he said you were 17, but if you were, keep selling them.
No, he was not the manager. The manager was a large 6'5" black man who was furious and probably chokeslammed that kid in the back office where nobody saw it.
I hope so. That'd have been cool.
Because he was yelling at other people too in there.
But honestly, have you had Zaxby's before or any other chicken?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh my God. People, okay. Zaxby's is like our Popeyes or Churches for the North, but for the South. Let me say that. So whatever our typical chicken place is, that's what that is down there.
For the South is in the South of the United States?
Yeah, or most of the South. It could be in some northern states, but most of the South, they run it like, In-N-Out Burger and shit like that.
It's trash.
Yeah, but it's like our Five Guys up here and shit.
Which is also trash and overpriced.
It is overpriced. Trash. Five Guys is not trash.
Five Guys is trash.
The fries are disgusting.
No.
The burgers are decent.
Terrible.
No.
Yeah.
How?
Artery clogging, terrible. And
so it's
you can't
a burger.
Even get a meal. You can't even get a meal. You got to sit there and pick and it was the worst experience of my life.
Okay, to me the best fast food burger you can get in Wisconsin is Culver's, and that's because fuck you, it's Culver's. But if I do have another burger, it might be Five Guys just for the fact of it's a fresh made burger.
Well, if we're talking fast food, then yeah, that's true. Well, Culver's is number one, and that's about it.
Really?
Yeah, I can't co-sign Five Guys at all.
Wow. All right, let me ask you this then. What's your best sub place?
Oh man, I don't really, dude. I get an unwitch, so I don't think I should. I'm not at liberty to discuss this because I don't really mess with the sub. I will say though, I had Firehouse subs when I was in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Before they came up here, and it was super good. I did enjoy that, but I only had it one time, so I can't really say. But the Cousins, Subway's trash.
Subway is the par for subs. It's what every sub should taste
Subway
like.
is trash, and that's because they skimp on everything. Certain locations who they are run by have the ability to skimp on all the good food and then yell at you when you ask for more. We won't say that though. But it's Cousins, and what's the other one you guys got? Oh, Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's is good. Shit. Jimmy John's is good. But I get the unwitch.
Jimmy John's for me is the best just for the fact that I think they're called cherry peppers or red peppers that they give you.
Yeah, I get those.
Those are not typical jalapeno flavored or pepper spice flavor.
They're almost
however you want to
they're
describe
almost
it.
in the vein of pepperoncinis.
Yeah, it's fucking good, man.
No,
Like I will get a cup of it on the side with it on my sub already.
If I had to pick, I would Jimmy John's is the place to go. Everything else is trash. I don't understand Cousins, even though that's like a Wisconsin thing and they co-sign that. It's garbage.
Now I know some mom and pops places and some holes in walls that have good subs, but they aren't dedicated sub places, so I can't really vouch for that. But
A lot of those are hoagies too.
yeah.
So Philly cheesesteak and stuff like that. So it's not really the same thing.
Well, we're going to go and switch it up, man. What I really want to talk about today is we're going to talk about, right now, Tinder. Because I know a lot of you have it.
We're coming out the gate.
Yes, a lot of you have it, and a lot of you know the things that I know. And I want to know, Mike, personally, I want to know, do you think Tinder is beneficial for the men?
Certain demographics of men, Tinder benefits. Tinder does not benefit women fully.
Are you sure? Because women automatically always get a first response.
They give the first response?
No, they get a first response.
Okay. So the backstory of me and Tinder, I was off Tinder. I never got on Tinder for the longest time because I was a whore and it would just be too easy. It could be a kid in a candy shop. I'm not the best looking dude, but it's too easy to get on Tinder and just talk to females. So I avoided it because I probably would have caught AIDS. But when I finally got on Tinder, my roster was deep, like super deep. And I've been on and off Tinder probably about 4 times. And I never had an issue.
What do you mean by issue?
I recently got on Tinder as a trial run, as a bet between myself and a couple other people that I know, because they were bitching about how when they get on Tinder, they don't match with a lot of females, and if they do,
who else would they match with?
they don't get a lot of matches.
There we go.
And they're not bad looking dudes, no homo.
Pause.
I'm old school, so they don't match with a lot of. Or I looked at their profile. Their profile was straight. Their pictures were straight. Like it was a general profile for a dude.
Mm-hmm.
And they either wouldn't get any matches with females, or if they matched, they would message the females, and the females would never respond
reply
to them.
Yeah.
But see, I don't have that problem.
Okay, would you like my response to why you don't have that problem?
Why?
You're a white man with a low cut and a beard.
My pictures are scattered, and I don't think any of my pictures actually have a beard in them.
I beg to differ. Is it low cut? In any of the pictures?
2 of them, maybe. One of them, I actually have a Vato Jack in the Box mask on for
Now,
Halloween.
the reason I describe you that way is not to say you're the typical white guy. No, but that's literally what every woman wants. If they're not looking for me, the typical black guy, they look for the white guy with the beard with the low cut.
And the tattoos.
Yeah.
And a dog. See, there's key elements to put in a Tinder profile that will get you points. But the 2 gentlemen that I'm talking about, one does have a beard, but he still couldn't get anything. The other one, he's a good-looking dude, and he just couldn't get a response. However, I will say this: the responses they did when they messaged these females was a paragraph.
The female would send them a paragraph?
No, they would send the female a paragraph.
No.
They would open up, not in a full-on way that it was bad, but my personal experience, and I'm here to educate those fellows who probably have this problem, is you just say, "Hey, how are you?"
Yeah, that's literally
and that's it. That's literally it.
I'm saying hey to like 50 people in a row.
They will blow you up.
Yeah. And crazy thing is, okay, now my Tinder experience has been somewhat similar to Mike's, but different. Because I get the typical, okay, I send hey to 50 females and probably 6 to 8 of them reply back. Okay, now he's showing me a Tinder account of all matches. Cool. Now, how many of those have not replied back after you said in your introduction, hey?
These are all conversations.
You see what I'm saying? Now, let me show you mine. Now, for people who can't see, Mike, every single conversation he has, it has a conversation. So it's not just hey and there's no reply. Now, you see some replies, right? Then you see heys and more heys.
I have
and
30.
more heys.
and this is you sending them.
Yep, and more haze.
And no responses.
No responses. The ones that have haze are no responses, because I will send the same shit every single time.
I have 30 conversations going, and in my new match bank, I probably
15.
I have 15. However, I will say this: I only did this for a couple weeks, probably about maybe a month, and this is actually the round 3. I actually went through and wiped all the ones that I had before and started over again, just because this was all to prove a point. This was never to like hook up with anybody or whatever.
So
this was literally just to prove to 2 people that you suck at life. And you need to get your shit together and utilize.
But how are they
apps.
talking? Other than a paragraph that they introduce themselves, how are they talking to these females? This is like just
they
typical...
don't talk to the females because they don't get shit for a response. But here's my thing though. Here's the thing though. When we were talking about guys and like their responses and stuff, I know for a fact that some of the females that I met on Tinder that I didn't hook up with, I became friends with on like back in the day when I first got on Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing they told me is pickings are slim for them. And on top of that, and this is why I say this. Okay, let me go back. This is why I say demographic of men can benefit from Tinder, because there is a lot more females on Tinder than there is males, and then the ratio of good-looking males is very minimum. Then on top of that, the dudes that may be good-looking or the dudes that do match, they come out with some stupid shit. Like requests of like to send me pictures.
Well, first
of your
off,
feet.
most of them try to send dick pics immediately, even though Tinder has stopped that. You can no longer send a picture unless they request it.
Yeah, I noticed that. Well, I also like the fact on Tinder too that you don't need Facebook. That was a cool little thing.
Yeah.
That's how outdated I am on Tinder though.
That's so you don't get caught anymore, really,
Right?
because it will update when you will match with someone at first.
Which is true.
But
people like me who just come out the gate and they're like, "Hey, how are you?" and you just have a civilized conversation with a female. That's all you need to do. So all these dudes that sit here and send dick pics or request this and all that, the Snapchat and all that bullshit, those dudes make it good for guys like me.
Well, they make it good for anybody that's not fucking up, really.
Right. But a lot of dudes, but see, these other 2 guys that I'm talking about, they didn't come out the gate fucking up. They just don't have the game to be able to message girls. Like me personally, and I will say this, I've never picked up a chick in a bar because I don't have the game to sit there and talk to a chick.
That's easy.
I can, but I don't, because that's just how I am. I just don't roll into a situation. But if you give me Tinder and I can talk to these girls, then within at least a day I got their number and I'm talking to them, I might be hanging out with them by the end of the week.
Well, for me, Tinder is the same way in real life. Like I'm not gonna say hi to you unless I feel like it's a profit, or not really a profit, a relationship that we can establish. So not saying we gotta be together, but we can communicate.
You can develop a friendship.
Yeah.
That might be the case. You can pick up a friendship off Tinder.
Simple things. So like when people say, "Oh, she has a fat ass," well, does she make that fat ass seem cool when you're just talking about dumbass shit, or is it just the fat ass that you like? Like,
right?
Are you having general conversations about simple shit? Can she hold a conversation? Do you not want to say, okay, why the fuck is she on the phone or texting me? Or do you go more than 20 minutes to an hour without saying, what are you doing again? Like, simple shit. So once I do get over that barrier, then I'll start to get more into the intimate bits of trying to, get in your pants if I really want to, or trying to establish a relationship, or just trying to be a dude who just wants to see if he can get some weird responses, So
with you on Tinder, what would be an average time frame of you getting on the romantic side, trying to get in their pants in a conversation?
As a relationship, or just
as like talking to them, like your establishment of Tinder, you go into it, you start talking to them, you're being cordial.
I'm a smart guy, so my from the field shooting percentage right now for getting pussy off of Tinder is 100 for 100. Reason because
but 2 chicks don't count.
Hold up, that's not all of them. That's the thing. You only think it's 2, but it's only 2. I'll let you know. That's not all of them. I had about 5.
That's it.
And every single time they've asked me to fuck me. I never asked to fuck anyone. No.
But
I'm not asking to fuck.
Okay, but did you meet these people prior to that, or was this all through? Okay, so you did hang out with them prior to that.
Maybe while hanging out, I fuck.
No, what I'm saying is you didn't have a conversation via Tinder the whole time, and then all of a sudden it went left and went intimate and like, hey, let's fuck, and then you met for the first time, then you beat, and then that was it.
Nah.
You actually hung out with them as if you met them in a bar or wherever out in public.
Cause I can't fuck somebody like I really can't sleep with someone that I have no connection. Like, why would I want to fuck a stupid person? Why would I want to fuck someone that annoys me? Why would I want to fuck someone that is very disgusting and I don't like how they don't shave their armpits or their leg, whatever.
So you're not on Tinder to beat.
No, I'm just there to have a fucking good time.
Right,
and most of the time, females want to fuck me, so it's like cool, whatever.
Right. And that's true. See, I treat Tinder like a guy going to a gay club, a straight guy going to a gay club,
and meeting some chicks.
One, they're gonna sniff you out and they're gonna find you. They're gonna love you because you're comfortable enough to be there, even though you're not staring at dick and you don't want dick. It's a good time and it's easy. That's exactly what Tinder is. If every dude approached that shit.
Tinder is the closest thing we have to Atlanta right now, to where you can be anything, and females will look for the straight guys even if they're married, just because the percentage.
That's a better
analogy.
than mine.
The percentage of straight men
it's the
that
same,
are attractive.
It's the same, but mine's on like a microcosm with that bullshit. Yeah. That's funny. That's a good way to look at it.
It's the closest thing to Atlanta, man. Like, I've seen dudes having their profile, because I'll look at a chick's, like, any chick I've slept with, I most likely ask to see their Tinder profile, like, on their phone.
Right.
And they'll just show me, like, random conversations with guys.
Yep.
Just to see what they say. And half of the time, it's like, dude, you didn't even listen to what the fuck she said. You
didn't even read the bio. I'm not gonna lie. I've had multiple conversations going, and I've actually crossed convo chicks, and like sent the same thing, like, "Hey, what do you do?" Even though I already asked them because I was trying to send it to somebody else, and it glitched on me. But yeah, it's not hard. Dudes who can't score on Tinder, and not even score on Tinder, but can't get a first date or a conversation. You just doing it wrong.
And I'm gonna tell you this: if you want good reviews on Tinder, always perform at your best when you do get the chance to perform. Like it's a fucking sport, or like it's the fucking finals for the World Series. Like, fuck the shit out of this chick, man. Or guy, if that's your preference. But fuck the shit out of him, man. Don't just give him some silly ass, oh, this is off the street pussy. Like, no. Fuck the shit out of him. Make him feel good. Make him feel wanted. And they most likely hit you back. Like, seriously.
Have you had any weird matches that came out of left with like some wild shit?
Today.
And I'm not even saying like, oh, like some dirty shit. I'm talking like some proposals or like I had one apparently on Tinder. Now the big thing is open relationships and couples finding guy and girl, or couples finding
I've seen two friends be on
females. Like I had at least 3 that I matched with, and I wasn't down for it. It was whatever, but it was dude wanted to watch, and my response to the female who was talking to me was, "Your boy's cute. Can I get a bromance with him? I'm not interested in you." And then they wouldn't message me anymore, and that's how I got rid of them, because that shit was just weird. Like it's not weird that they do that, because I'm an open person, but I'm not trying to get involved with that bullshit.
Look, Mike. Okay, first off, if a female asks you to fuck her while her boyfriend fucks her, or a threesome with her boyfriend, you always say yes, but you do not have to have the boyfriend around while you're fucking her.
Well, I've been in my fair share of threesomes, and
you just say yes, give me your number, so we can figure this out, and then on the side you text her some little. No,
you know what I'm saying? Because you know what, it doesn't always work out that way.
It doesn't. Majority of the time, it's a better shooter percentage.
But I don't care. It doesn't matter. I've had enough threesomes with buddies and Chinese finger cuffing a chick, and it's fun getting a high five and then taking their pizza, but I don't have time for that shit on Tinder. That's just weird. Don't proposition me.
My weirdest proposition has been literally today, to where a female has hit me up and said she's met me on Tinder, and I don't even know who this female is. She sent... Okay, let me explain before I go into like deep. I'm sitting at home, my phone beams. It's a chick that says, "Hey, this is such and such name. Is this the guy from Tinder?" They never said my name or anything. I'm like, I happen to be a guy, and I did have Tinder, but I don't know who you are, so can you send a picture just so I know who you are? She sends a picture. It's a fully naked picture. The picture looks somewhat pixelated. Not like really like, oh wow, that's Photoshop. It's somewhat like, okay, it's just downgraded photo, or I can't really tell if they Photoshopped it. And then she replies like, oh, I didn't see you. Are you scared of me? With like a little sad emoji and shit. And I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, how do you respond? I don't know you. How did you get my number? You just sent me a random naked photo. I might not even be the guy you were trying to send that shit to. Like, am I overthinking shit?
Yeah, you are, because you came at me about saying yes to that, when in your situation I would say the same thing to you. I would have been like, I would have played along just to fish.
But it
and
wasn't.
see.
It wasn't like I invested my time to get this. Yes, she did look
No,
beautiful.
I get
I don't
that.
know anything
I get that.
about
But
her.
the whole time you're sitting there like, who the hell is she? Like, how do I know? All you have to do is play dumb and be like, oh yeah, how you been? Blah blah blah. And then at some point she'll give you information, whether it was you or not. At least you got more information on it. Not to mention, you ain't wasting any of your time. You're probably sitting there anyways, doing whatever, and you're just like, oh, text her back. Hey, what's up? Yeah, cool. Oh, get a couple more nudes. Maybe she's a real person and not a catfish.
But why wouldn't I know her?
Maybe you don't remember. Maybe you had so many
No,
Tinders.
I
Maybe you
keep
were high
my
as fuck or
Tinders.
drunk.
Look, man.
You don't know.
Even if I have no reply, I would scroll 400 messages just to see an old Tinder message. Okay.
My point is you don't have to commit to seeing this person. You're literally just texting this person. They already have your fucking number. So what are you going to do at that point? What are they going to do? They're going to continue to text you, then you block them.
Let me ask you this. If it was a telemarketer that was catfishing me just to see if I was who I was.
I don't answer telemarketers. They tell you that now.
But still.
That's a shitty...
Still. If it was a telemarketer catfishing me just so they can know who I was.
That's apples to oranges. What are you talking about?
Oh, my God.
I get what you're saying, but it doesn't matter. You're not giving them information, though.
But I don't...
You're getting information from them. You play stupid.
True.
You're like, oh yeah, how you been? Blah blah blah. How long ago was that? And then you get her to talk, but you don't. She already got your number.
I just want to know where this random nude came from because I want to beat, but at the same time, I don't know who this is.
I saw the nude. To everybody out there, I did see the nude. She was a sexy white girl, but it's definitely probably a catfish.
Yeah. That's what's really killing me. It's like, okay.
But see, it's killing you because now you're curious to know. That's my point, though. I would have played along because when people text me and I don't have their number and it comes up that way and they're like, hey, how you been? They use my name, so they clearly know me, but I don't know the number. And I just play along and I'm like, oh, shit, how you been? I haven't talked to you in a minute. And then when they sit there and start texting me, I'll literally go through a 5-minute conversation with this person. And then finally, at the end of it, I'll be like, who are you anyways? Without a thought in the world, because I don't give a shit, because I really don't know who the fuck they are, and they haven't given me any information to make me realize who they are. And then they come back they'll tell me their name, and they'll be like, you don't remember me? I'll be like, oh shit, brain fart, trigger, yeah, I remember you now.
Well, man, we're going to take a commercial break and, do some sponsorships or play some music or whatever the fuck we have. So, just sit back and relax, man. We'll be right back.
But if I win, no more boogie.